think of Ravens punter Sam Koch as a golfer who has 14 clubs in his bag and can pull off any shot. Sam just does it with a football and his right leg. Well, that's just great. And somewhat fitting because Sam Koch played in the Super Bowl in New Orleans when the power went out.
Why is the clock stopped?
And you know what he did during the blackout? He played catch with Ray Lewis. Here's Ray tossing the ball around. Where's Sam? No one shot Sam? You guys have 32 cameras at the Super Bowl and no one got a shot of the poor punter? Guys, punters are people too. Shout out to Rich Eisen for that.
Punters are people too.
Of course, after the lights came back on, Koch was the focus of every camera. With 12 seconds left in the Super Bowl, standing in his own end zone, and his team holding a 5-point lead.
Come on, Sam.
Do you take a safety?
Sam Koch standing in the end zone, and that's exactly what he's going to do. Clock is at 7. Koch running around, still on his feet, and finally chased out of bounds with 4 seconds left on the clock.
Safety.
That was a great job by Sam.
Koch was drafted by the Ravens in the 6th round in 2006. For his first 8.5 seasons, this might have been his career highlight.
We've seen it all tonight in New Orleans, and the Ravens beat the 49ers. I don't know if I believe this, man.
Dude, I don't know either, but you did a hell of a job, baby.
That was a great job on that safety.
It won't get him on the Mount Rushmore of punters, along with Hall of Famers Sammy Baugh and Ray Guy. But when Koch does kick the ball, it's worth watching. He's changing the punting game. He's not kicking it farther, he's kicking it smarter.
Punting, it's so monotonous. Everybody just hits a turnover ball. The turnover ball is just a spiral. It just looks like Joe Flacco throwing a spiral. So it goes up in the air, it turns over, as we call it, and then comes down. Gives you distance, more hang time.
So all these are is turnover balls. This is what gets you in the NFL, just being able to hit a turnover ball like this.
But the returner's just going to camp underneath that one, and they're really comfortable with those.
You can kick a turnover ball higher and farther, but it's easier to catch.
Yes.
So that's why
It leads us to the other punts. We throw up a knuckleball that's just literally going to come down and look like a knuckleball from a pitcher. Each returner has to think about it when they go to approach it. They're going to have to decide, well, do I go for this and risk a fumble or muff and my stats? Or do they just let it bounce and then we have the opportunity to down it inside the 20? We have turnovers, liners, hooks, knuckles, boomerangs, and they all do different things. You know, golfers set up, they want to hit a fade. Well, we can hit a fade, but then cause the ball to come back down and run away from the returner. I fell in love with punting again just by adding more things.
I can get the ball to do different rotations, be basically a really stiff knuckleball, or even get it to kind of spin like a helicopter coming down.
It is like a golfer with different clubs. I mean, you're talking about someone who's really in the process of revolutionizing the craft. He says he got 17 or 18 different balls right now that he kicks. I'm encouraging him during games to try this one, try that one, because I know how hard they are to catch.
Evolution in the NFL can take a long time, but for Koch, it happened overnight. A dangerous division rival was his inspiration.
We were like, man, we got to find a way other than just giving it to Antonio Brown. We got to find ways to keep it away from Antonio Brown, make him feel uncomfortable back there, and give him something other than just sitting underneath a ball, camping out and catching it.
It's an idea that makes too much sense. Why kick Antonio Brown a perfect spiral down the middle?
He's gone! Antonio Brown, a punt return for a touchdown.
Don't ever kick to the middle. Never kick it in the middle. Kick it to the numbers.
The idea was, hey, he thinks we're punting this way, we're punting that way. He thinks we're punting that way, we're punting this way. Sam has done something that nobody's even thought about doing before. If you're making a guy like that chase the ball, go backwards, the effective hang time is even better.
When it comes to punting, numbers don't lie. And since his innovation, Koch's stats have been the best in the league.
Sam Koch leads the NFL in net punting average.
Net average is the number one thing. Last year it was 42, almost 43.
For his first 8.5 seasons, his net average was 39 yards per punt. Koch has increased his net punting average by over 3 yards.
A 3-yard jump in your
Yes.
net average.
Mm-hmm. Just by doing that.
By playing keep away.
Yep. Playing a keep away and keeping them on their toes. In Arizona, we talked to Patrick Peterson after the game and threw him up a knuckleball. He's like, not going to mess with that. He wanted nothing to do with it.
Koch hits a high knuckler. Peterson let it bounce. They'll back the Cardinals up to the 1-yard line.
We had the one down in Miami that ended up flying off the foot. It was a liner.
A 67-yard punt. He sort of almost kicks it like a golf swing that just wobbles all over the place.
The Cincinnati game, I can get the ball to draw towards that sideline. And once it gets over to the sideline and it usually starts slowing down and making this descent, usually straightens out and allows it to roll down that sideline.
This one skirted along the sideline and looked ugly, but it was by design.
Look at it, just hug the line.
We can get it to draw and just hopefully just keep on drawing out of bounds. That way they have no chance. Can everybody do it? Maybe not. Can everybody work on it? Yes.
Johnny Hecker already utilizes a punt he calls the Koch ball. And there are no doubt other copycats who are scrambling to catch up. But one of the keys to Koch's success is a physical one that not everyone can duplicate. Koch can torque his hips in a way that allows him to face the same direction until impact. He can kick his 18 different punts all from the same stance, making it near impossible for a returner to know what's coming until the ball is in the air.
Now we can go from the left hash punt right, we can punt left, all from the same stance. I can get it to go over there, I can get it to go over there, or get it to go in the middle. And we got so many different options with it.
What a punt by Sam Koch.
It's the era of the knuckleball and boomerang. And to the fans of frustrated return men, sorry, Sam Koch's not sorry.
He's changing the game. Our special teams guys, they've created this and they have fun and they work on it every day.
As far as specialty kicks, it's kind of proprietary. There's only 32 of us in the entire world, and if you give them too much, then next thing you know, they're taking my job. If somebody wants to know, all I have to do is watch a bunch of film.